name is Emma. Welcome back to the channel. Today, as promised, I'm here to show you how you can make a really cute end or bedside table out of the Kmart bread bins. So this is the Kmart bread bin hack on how you can make your bread bins into a really cool table. So I definitely didn't think of this one myself, but when I did see it, I had to absolutely give it a try. I actually saw it in an article on how to hack your bread bins 3 different ways, but this was absolutely, I thought, the most interesting way to hack your bread bins. So I thought I just had to give it a go, and I had to show you guys the easiest way that you can do this, because I will admit the way that I saw that they did it in the original video on Instagram was a little bit tricky for me. So I wanted to show you how I figured out to do this without having to cut any wood, without having to use any nails or anything like that. This is so easy. If I can do it, you can definitely do it too. So let's get into it. So guys, this hack is so easy. All you're gonna need is 2 bread bins per end table. You can get the bread bins from Kmart. They are only $19 each. So the next thing you're gonna need is some liquid nails. So I bought the heaviest duty strength that I could find, and this one I just got from Bunnings. You're also going to want to get a dispenser so that for the liquid nails so that you can easily squeeze out and control how much of the liquid nails you want to go on the bread bin. And the last thing that you're really going to need is you're going to need 4 feet for the bread bin. So you can really kind of get these any way you like, but the way I did it is I got a 1.2 meter thick dowel from Bunnings, and then I don't know if you know this, but I didn't know this until I tried this hack out. So what you can do is if you need to get wood cut at Bunnings, you can actually just take it to the service desk and they will actually help you get the wood cut. In the back where the trade section is that I never ever go to, but it is so easy. It's such a good little service, and they didn't charge me anything for it either. So when you are getting the wood cut, if you are making 2 end side tables, you're going to get the wood cut into half and then half and then half again. So I made the mistake of saying that I wanted them cut in 15 centimeter blocks, but it turned out the dowel wasn't exactly the right length, so I ended up with one a little bit shorter than the other ones. So if you are getting the wood dowel cut at Bunnings, ask for them to cut it in half and then in half again and then in half again. So that is going to ensure that you get even pieces throughout the whole way. You're also going to want to get a bit of a damp cloth so that you can wipe off any of the excess liquid nails when you are gluing the 2 bread boxes together. So that's essentially all you need, guys. It's so easy. You can also have, if you want, as an optional option of having like some weights to put on top of the legs so that it kind of speeds up the process of adhering a little bit faster, or you can also get some clamps if you wanted to clamp the bread bins together. But I didn't use the clamps in the first time I did this, but I did use weights just to put a little bit of extra weight down on the top of the legs when I was gluing them on. But that's all you're going to need, guys. Let's get straight into the process. So guys, when you are buying the bread bins at Kmart, you're going to want to make sure that the ones that you get are really easy to slide open and closed. One of the bread bins that I bought initially catches a little bit, which does make it a little bit harder to open, so just a little handy tip there. The first thing you're going to want to do is to use the liquid nails to glue the 2 bread bins together. Go all around the outside of each of the bins. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy. Any excess can be wiped off later. I also like to put a few blobs on the flat part of the bread bins just for a little bit of extra grip. Once you've done that, you want to join the bread bins together. You really want to do this within 5 minutes of putting the liquid nails on. Make sure that the front and at least one side is completely flush, as these are the parts that you're actually going to be able to see at the front and at the top of the table. On the first table I made, the bread bins didn't match up exactly perfectly, so I made sure that the front was all in line, which meant that there wasn't an exact match up at the back, but that doesn't really matter because you're not going to see the back anyway. So definitely prioritize getting the front right, even if the back is a little crooked. Using a damp cloth, wipe off any excess that has squeezed out the sides. While you're doing this, try to make sure that the gap is completely filled in with the liquid nails. Once you've waited for about 2 hours or more, check to make sure that the table is securely glued together. Check each end and decide which end you want to use for the bottom and which end you want to use for the top. Then get your pre-cut wooden feet and position them on the bottom of the table. You can more or less just use your eye to decide where you want to put them, or you can use a ruler as well for a bit of extra precision. If you are making 2 of these, obviously try to get them in about the same spot for both of the tables. The spacing on the one that I did first isn't exactly the same as the one that I made today, but it is about close enough, and honestly, you can't really tell the difference. Once in position, you want to again use the liquid nails to secure these in place. You can just lift up the edge and squeeze the liquid nails in so that you can keep the same positioning. You have a few minutes to tweak it after the liquid nails goes down so you can really get the right position. Now you don't really have to wipe the bottom of this if you don't want to, because it's not going to be seen anyway and it's going to be on the bottom. But I just like to tidy things up a little bit and to make sure that the liquid nails is right in the join. So here I used a couple of spare weights just to make sure that the legs stick on really well, and I think this also speeds up the process a little bit. So after another 2 hours, check to make sure that the legs are all stuck on really well. You can absolutely take this whole DIY a step further and paint this whole thing if you like. It looks really nice painted all over or partially painted and keeping the bamboo top natural. You can also stain or paint the legs if you like, but I really like the natural look of the bamboo, and I think the colour of the pine legs goes pretty well with the bamboo too. But if you don't like the look of this unpainted, you can definitely spice it up and paint it whatever colour you like. So guys, this is the final result. I now have 2 beautiful, unique bedside tables that in my opinion just look so good. I really like that there is a bit of variation in the bamboo grain, which I think adds a little bit of interest and really shows that this is a natural bamboo product, which I just love. It cost me about $70 in total to make both of these, not including the liquid nails and dispenser, which I think was about an additional $15. Both of these will definitely be used again though, and are also items that a lot of people will already have at home. $70 for 2 beautiful bedside tables like this is an absolute bargain for a bedside table in general, let alone one that is as cute and as stylish as this one. If you like this video, please give it a like so I know that you enjoyed it, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help a lot. I'd love to know what you think about this hack, or if you've tried it at home for yourself, let me know down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!